I think this is literally being told 5 times. I could be wrong, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I think it could be 5 times already. I just wonder, how can you keep collecting so many tickets and being pounded so many times? Good morning everyone, MMDA back on the road, Caloocan City. You can see the road and the sidewalk became a parking area for these motorcycles. That's why the enforcers are writing out the tickets now. Unfortunately, there are a lot of pedestrians forced to walk in the road because of the various sidewalk obstructions in this area, including a lot of students. That's the sad reality. A lot of people keep buying cars and motorcycles and tricycles, but a lot of the time there's no consideration for parking. And of course, illegally parked vehicles cause traffic for everybody. Everyone came running out of the property now to try and move their motorcycles, but the enforcers are asking for the licenses so they can be ticketed before they're moved. Of course, if there's no ticket, you'll see the same thing day after day since there's no deterrent. Many of the vehicles they're encountering today don't actually have anything written on the plate, which does make things a little bit more challenging for the enforcer. Those e-trikes are on the road and sidewalk pretty much every time the MMDA come through. Actually, it's better to have an e-trike compared to the motorcycle because you'll see the motorcycle is about to go up on the tow truck. There's a couple more motorcycles being ticketed over here. Sometimes drivers are hesitant to show their license for a ticket, and then sometimes they just admit, I don't have a license. And obviously that does result in impounding. There's a couple more motorcycles over here. The enforcer already took a photo and he's writing out the tickets now. Same with the ones behind, except for that e-trike, because typically e-trikes don't have plates and they don't have licenses, especially those little ones. That's why a lot of people keep commenting that it's better to just buy an e-trike or an e-bike, because most of the time they do not face the same kind of penalties as a regular motorized vehicle, combustion engine. You see this sign here, no parking both sides, and then the MC and the e-trike is parked directly next to it. The lady doesn't seem overly confident in her driving. Maybe she's new to this. I'm not 100% sure, I'm just guessing based on the way that she's been driving. They radioed that ahead. There's a lot of enforcers further along the road, so there is a chance that that rider will be apprehended further along. This is a bicycle lane, but there's actually quite a few cars parked here. They are red plates, but of course that doesn't exempt it from the law. And you'll see the towing crew underneath this one. They're about to tow it off the sidewalk. There's also a vehicle behind that's being ticketed. There's a driver. Amazingly, the one that was just ticketed for illegal parking is now driving on their cell phone. This NMAX was actually moved off the sidewalk earlier while enforcers were here, and then it's been put back there again, and this time it's going up on the tow truck. Actually, that's not the only one. I saw the same thing with the e-trikes that left earlier. They were already back in the road, back on the sidewalk again. Anyway, the driver's going to be very surprised when he comes back and realizes it's been impounded. What you see in this area with the pedestrians walking in the road can be seen for the next 20 minutes if you walk that way. All of the sidewalks obstructed by parked vehicles. The crazy thing is there's enough space in front of them that they can move forward without obstructing the public sidewalk. They just flagged down that rider there, no helmet. The crazy thing is the rider had his helmet all along, he just wasn't wearing it. The enforcers are actually having a hard time with this one. Allegedly, no one wants to show a license. They do need to see a license before they let the driver move the vehicle. And for those that recognize the area, I'm sure you're wondering about this car, which the MMDA have ticketed and towed many, many times. I can't even count the number of times it's been ticketed and towed. Usually the driver arrives after around 20 minutes. Sometimes he beats the tow truck, sometimes he doesn't. I think this is literally being towed 5 times. I could be wrong, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I think it could be 5 times already. I just wonder, how can you keep collecting so many tickets and being pounded so many times? Oh, in fact, there's the driver now, but I think he's too late because the tow truck already hooked up at the back. The driver gave the key to the tow truck operator and asked him to put it on the truck nicely. They might even be on a first name basis by now, who knows? I just can't believe it. I just cannot believe it. It must be so expensive to pay all those tickets and to keep paying the impound fees. It's not just once, it's not twice, it's over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I really hope the MMDA will consider making penalties for illegal parking more serious, just like they did with the busway. A lot of people stopped using the busway because of the more serious penalties and the risk of suspension of driver's license.